Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have a brand new episode in our card spotlight series in which I look at a card that I feel is underplayed or underappreciated in Commander and discuss its merits. But before we do that, just a quick reminder to please click subscribe if you enjoy these videos. It's the only way the YouTube algorithm really notices me, and we're currently growing the channel and it helps me a lot. Much appreciated. And today we're going to be talking about Barrier Breach. This was a card that I stumbled upon as I was researching my Decimate video, and I put in a bunch of decks since then because it seemed really impressive and it's actually been performing very, very well. So what Barrier Breach does is for 2 colorless and 1 green, it's an instant that exiles up to 3 target enchantments, and it has cycling 2. Very simple, very straightforward, but it's actually surprisingly powerful. So there's a few reasons that this is good. The first thing is that enchantments, as we've mentioned in a few videos, are some of the strongest and more difficult to deal with permanents in Commander. So having good answers to them is crucial. Normally, we don't want our instant removal spells to cost 3 mana because that is a lot of mana to leave up, particularly if they're only dealing with one kind of permanent, which is what Barrier Breach is doing. However, there's quite a few reasons for playing Barrier Breach, even though it does cost 3 mana. So let's compare it to something like Krosan Grip, which people really like to put in their decks. This has the upside of hitting artifacts, and it has the upside of having split second, which means it can't be countered, but the downsides are pretty huge. You basically have to leave 3 mana up, and you're only getting a 1-for-1 when you do this. With Barrier Breach, you can get a massive 3-for-1. You can target 3 different enchantments controlled by different players or by the same player, and you just get to remove them all. Now, normally these kind of cards have the downside of requiring all the targets to be able to be played, but this one doesn't. It says up to, which means you can play it if there's only 1 enchantment, 2 or 3 enchantments in play. Not only that, but in the rare situation that you might to draw a card because you're maybe mana screwed or land screwed, or there just surprisingly aren't any good enchantments on the battlefield, then this actually has cycling as well. So that means that there's virtually 0 opportunity cost to running this in your deck. When it's not good, you're just going to trade it in for something else. But when it's good, you're going to get a 2-for-1 or a 3-for-1 that's going to feel absolutely amazing. And it costs the same as a very played card in Commander, but it comes with a bunch of upside. So the downsides, of course, are that you're trading a little bit of flexibility. You're not getting to hit artifacts, but green has plenty of ways to deal with artifacts anyway, so I just think this is pretty solid. But what kind of decks might be interested in this sort of effect? Well, to be honest, I think it's a very generically good card, so it can really go into almost any green deck that needs a way to deal with enchantments, which is basically every green deck. Of course, there are maybe better options in certain situations. Nature's Claim and Reclamation Sage are probably higher up on the pecking order than this, but I do think that this is a very, very solid card, and it should be in contention for a lot of decks. Just the fact that it has cycling stapled on there really makes a huge difference, and the fact that you can get a 2 or 3-for-1 and get some nice card advantage going is also great. There's basically never a board state or situation where this card is dead, and that can't really be said of many removal spells. So I really think this should be seeing play in way more decks than the 1% that it currently is in. So there you have it. That has been our card spotlight for today. What are your thoughts on this card? Let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!